Although most people have never heard of him, when it comes to Southern California tennis, he once reigned supreme. But with what seemed to be a career-ending injury last year, the road to the top has become a bit tougher. Now, the story of a kid and his fight to be the best of the best. It is the story of Garrett Russikoff. It all began with a family trip to Hawaii in 1997. There, his parents took him to play with an instructor for the very first time.
When Garrett started playing tennis at 5, I really wasn't expecting anything other than just a fun game of tennis. He enjoyed it from the minute he picked up the tennis racket.
Tennis is a sport I've always wanted to play. My parents signed me up one time in Hawaii just to try it out. So my cousin and I went, and ever since then, I haven't looked back.
From then on, it was smooth sailing for Garrett. He became progressively better, playing those with much more experience than himself. In 2002, he moved to Stevenson's Ranch, California, and later attended Hart High School.
I wasn't expecting to do much. I didn't expect much, but thankfully, I had some good hitting partners. They made me much better.
Eventually, he worked his way to the #1 position at his school. Everything was going his way, but that's when disaster struck. Halfway through his junior year, Garrett began to feel unbearable pain as he played. Doctors soon realized that he had fractured his back and his season was over. For the next 6 months, Garrett recovered from his injury while losing valuable experience and strength.
I was in a match, and all of a sudden some pain came onto me on my back. It was like needles just stabbing me, and it shot down pain to my leg. I couldn't stand it, but I kept playing. A few weeks later, I went to the doctor, and I got the bad news. I fractured my spine.
When Garrett hurt his back, we weren't sure what to expect. We didn't know if he'd ever play tennis again. It was pretty devastating when he found out he had hurt it, and to what extreme. But through hard work and intense therapy, he's actually made a comeback, and hopefully he'll be better than ever.
Now begins the first season since his injury. Whether he makes it back to his championship status or not is something that only time can tell. But one thing is for certain, this champion owes a whole lot of people something.